tengo una problema. No, it is tengo un problema.
Wait, problema ends in a. Shouldn't it be feminine? That makes no sense. Actually, it is not random. It is logic. Remember, here we don't memorize, we understand. So today, let's fix your foundation with the logic of gender. In Spanish, everything has a gender. For people, it matches biology. El chico, the boy, la chica, the girl. Simple. But objects have grammatical gender. A shoe is masculine, a table is feminine. Don't ask why the table is a girl, it just is. How do you know? Look at the ending. This is the 90% rule. If it ends in O, it is usually masculine. If it ends in A, it is usually feminine. Think of articles as flags. They announce the gender before you say the word. For masculine, use el or un. For feminine, use la or una. So if you see libro, you raise the masculine flag, el libro. If you see casa, you raise the feminine flag, la casa. Let's test the 90% rule. It is very simple. Look at the ending. If you see an O, raise the el flag. If you see an A, raise the la flag. Don't overthink it. Just look at the last letter. Ready? Let's classify. The phone.
El teléfono.
The pizza.
La pizza.
A house.
Una casa.
A cat.
Un gato.
The money.
El dinero.
A bathroom.
Un baño.
The clothing.
La ropa.
A door.
Una puerta.
The floor.
El piso.
The bed.
La cama.
Level 1 is complete. Now let's mix everything in level 2. I will show you a sentence with the missing word. You have to choose between 4 options: el, la, un, or una. Analyze the context. If it's specific, use el or la. If it's generic or something you have, use un or una. Watch the ending. Watch the meaning. Let's go.
El gato es negro.
We use el because we are talking about one specific black cat, not just any cat.
La casa es grande.
We use la because we are pointing out and describing a specific house.
Eres una persona.
We use una to define what someone is in a general sense. You are a person.
Tengo un teléfono.
Here, we use un because you are talking about a phone in general. It doesn't matter which one, you just have one.
La mesa está sucia.
We use la because we are looking at that specific dirty table right there.
Necesito un vaso.
I need a glass. Any glass will do. Since it's a generic need, we use un.
El libro es rojo.
Just like the cat, we use el because we're talking about a specific red book.
Es una tienda.
To identify what kind of place a building is, we keep a general, so we use una. Block 1 is complete. Let's take a quick tactical pause here in the teacher's corner. In that drill, you heard un gato. I actually have 3 cats at home, and I enjoy designing custom furniture for them. A while ago, an English-speaking friend saw one of my cats and said, "Oh, she is beautiful. Es una gata muy bonita." I had to stop him and use our golden rule. No, my friend, he is a boy. So in Spanish, the O rules. He is un gato. It's that simple. Biology and grammar working together. When you understand the logic, you don't need to memorize anything. The foundation is solid.
Welcome to Block 2, the gray zone. In Block 1, everything was clear, O and A. But here, the fog comes in. Many words in Spanish don't end in a vowel, they end in a consonant. Looking at them feels like being lost in a forest. Is hotel a boy? Is pared a girl? Don't panic. You don't need to guess. You need a compass. We have shortcuts to guide us through the fog. Let's look at the endings.
First, look for the strong endings, the letters L, N, and R. If a word ends in one of these, it is usually masculine. Think of them as the pillars of the structure. Hotel ends in L, el hotel. Pan ends in N, el pan. Color ends in R, el color. L, N, R. If you see them, trust the blue flag. Now look for the sharp endings, the letters D, Z, and the combo ION. These are the signals for the feminine flag. Pared ends in D, la pared. Luz ends in Z, la luz. Canción ends in ION, la canción. D-Z-ION. If you see them, go pink. Okay, let's calibrate your compass. I will show you a word from the gray zone. Find the ending. Is it L, N, or R? Or D, Z, or ION? Shout the article el, un, or la, una. Let's clear the fog. The tree.
El árbol.
The health,
La salud.
the train,
El tren.
the meeting,
La reunión.
the nose,
La nariz.
the fork,
El tenedor.
the television,
La televisión.
the paper,
El papel.
the motor,
El motor.
the age,
La edad.
the voice,
La voz.
the garden,
El jardín.
Excellent! Your compass is working. Now, let's face the ultimate challenge in the fog. Level 2. You have to choose between 4 options. El, la, un, or una. Use your compass. Check the ending L, N, R versus D, Z, or ION. Then, check the meaning, specific or generic. Let's clear the fog completely. Let's go.
En el parque hay un árbol alto.
Árbol ends in L, making it a masculine noun.
Because we are mentioning a tree in general, not a specific one, we use the indefinite article un.
La misión es secreta.
Here we have the I-own combo. That makes misión a feminine word. Because it's the specific mission, it's la.
El origen es desconocido.
Origen finishes with an N, so it belongs to the masculine team. We are referring to the specific origin, so the correct choice is el.
Nosotros visitamos una ciudad grande.
See that D at the end of ciudad? That means it's feminine. Since we are talking about visiting a city, not a specific one mentioned before, it takes una.
El nivel es difícil.
Nivel ends with the letter L, placing it in the masculine group, Cyan team. Since we are talking about the specific level, we use the definite article el.
La gravedad es fuerte.
Moving to the feminine side, gravedad ends in D. Since we are talking about the concept of gravity, we use the definite article la.
Ellos descubrieron un volcán gigante.
Notice the N at the end of volcán? That's your cue that it's masculine. Since it's a volcano, any giant volcano, we use un.
El arquitecto diseñó una construcción nueva.
Construcción ends in the feminine ion ending. Since it refers to a new construction project, una is the right answer to complete the sentence.
La raíz es profunda.
Raíz ends with Z, putting it in the feminine category. We are talking about the specific root, so we use la.
El jugador es rápido.
Jugador ends with an R, making it masculine. We're pointing out the specific player, so we use el.
El programa tiene una interfaz rápida.
Since it finishes with a Z, interfaz is feminine. We are describing it having a fast interface, so the correct article is una.
El mecánico instaló un motor nuevo.
It ends in R. Therefore, motor is a masculine word. Because it refers to a new engine in a general sense, we use un. Excellent work today. You survived the gray zone. Your compass is working perfectly. You now control 90% of the words in Spanish. And the best part is that you did it using logic, not by memorizing endless lists. Your foundation is solid. And now,
Se acabó el inglés. Apagamos los subtítulos mentales.
sé que hoy vimos muchas terminaciones nuevas, pero relájate. No te preocupes por tomar notas. He creado una hoja de trucos, una cheat sheet, con todo el resumen de las reglas que vimos hoy. El enlace está en la descripción. Descárgala totalmente gratis. Imprímela y tenla a la mano. Tu misión del día de hoy. Mira a tu alrededor. Trata de identificar el género de las cosas que ves y escríbelo en los comentarios. Por ejemplo, ¿es un o una almohada? Te estaré leyendo y corrigiendo de ser necesario. Pero ten mucho cuidado. Justo cuando crees que dominas el sistema y te sientes seguro, las palabras empiezan a mentir. La próxima semana, en la segunda parte de esta clase maestra, entraremos a la zona de trampas donde nada es lo que parece. Además, te enseñaré cómo sobrevivir al letal virus del plural. Suscríbete y activa la campana para que no caigas en la trampa la próxima semana. La lógica gana la memoria. Soy Max y esto es Español Descomplicado. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.